Excel Academy Education Hub Listening Day 6 by Sohail Sir.
On the last day of school, the sun was shining brightly, casting a warm glow over the campus. The usual hustle and bustle of students moving between classes had been replaced with an air of nostalgia. Everyone was exchanging yearbooks, taking photos, and saying their goodbyes. But for Qasim and Zaid, the day held a special meaning. Qasim and Zaid had been best friends since the first grade. From playing soccer on the field to working on school projects together, they had shared countless memories over the years. Their bond was unbreakable, and everyone knew it. As the final bell rang, signaling the end of their school days, a wave of bittersweet emotion washed over them. "Can you believe it's over?" Zaid asked, leaning against the old oak tree where they had spent so many recesses together. "I know," Qasim replied, his voice tinged with sadness. "It feels like just yesterday we were starting here." Zaid nodded, now, looking around at the familiar surroundings. "I'm really going to miss this place, but more than anything, I'm going to miss you, man." Qasim smiled, though his eyes were slightly wet. "Same here. We've been through everything together. It's going to be weird not seeing you every day." They stood in silence for a moment, both lost in thought. The future was uncertain. Qasim was moving to a different city for college, while Zaid was staying behind to attend a local university. They knew things would change, but neither wanted to acknowledge it. "Promise me we'll stay in touch," Zaid finally said, breaking the silence. "Of course," Qasim replied, his voice firm. "No matter where we are, we'll always be best friends. That's not going to change." Zaid smiled, feeling a little reassured. "Yeah, you're right. And hey, we'll visit each other too. It's not like we're going to be that far apart." Qasim nodded, though he knew it wouldn't be the same. But he didn't want to dampen the moment. Instead, he reached into his backpack and pulled out a small notebook. "What's that?" Zaid asked, curious. "It's something I've been working on," Qasim said, handing it to Zaid. "It's a journal of all our memories together. I thought it might help, when we're apart." Zaid flipped through the pages, his heart swelling with emotion as he saw the photos, doodles, and notes Qasim had carefully compiled. It was filled with moments that defined their friendship, inside jokes, their favorite hangout spots, even a few notes they had passed in class over the years. "Wow, this is amazing," Zaid said, his voice choked with emotion. "Thank you, Qasim. I'm going to treasure this." Qasim grinned, relieved that Zaid liked it. "I figured it would be something we can look back on whenever we miss each other." Zaid closed the notebook and looked at Qasim, his eyes full of gratitude. "You've always been the best friend anyone could ask for, Qasim. I'm really going to miss you." "I'm going to miss you too, Zaid," Qasim replied, pulling him into a tight hug. "But this isn't goodbye, it's just, see you later." They stood there for a while, neither wanting to let go. Eventually, they pulled apart, both wiping away tears they weren't ashamed to show. As they walked away from the school for the last time, side by side, they knew their paths might diverge, but their friendship would always remain. No matter where life took them, Qasim and Zaid would carry a piece of each other with them, forever bonded by the memories they had created together.
And so, with one last look at the place that had been their second home for so many years, they turned the corner, ready to face the future, knowing that true friendship never fades.